Yeah, definitely a fun story to watch, and a lot more depth involved to each of these games that we're seeing. So up next, we'll be seeing the games between Flame and Socke as they try to fight their way out of losers' quarters to go on to fight Cobalt in losers' semis.
Oh yeah, and I'm pretty excited as well by the prospect of Flame versus Socke. Feel like this is going to be a very close match as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of skill on both of these teams. It's just going to be a matter of who can keep their nerves under control and who can take out the stocks quicker.
Yeah, we already got Jeff B versus Souls Play, and obviously Jeff B can fly, but hey, is that really gonna help against an Ellis who's just there, you know?
Yeah, and on a stage like Forest Floor, where they just have so much room to move, it makes it a lot harder to be able to stop Atlas, in my opinion.
It is really tough. It is really tough.
There we go, finally able to work off that steam, but unfortunately going to work it off right into being frozen, so...
Not gonna get much damage from the freeze though, thankfully, but still the pressure goes on and on and on and on. And Soulsplay is determined to not let that that snake go back on the ground.
Not at all. Just doing a great job of just holding on to the floor and just punishing anytime that Jeff tries to get back down onto the ground here.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like Soulsplay is like, you like to fly, then fly.
Honestly, that's the best way I found to be able to just fight against Aliana, because they put so much effort into controlling that heat. If you could just force them to stay in the air longer, it forces them to just
they're
try
gonna
and find a way
eventually
to burn it off.
overheat. Yeah,
Exactly.
they're just eventually going to overheat and not be able to recover their meter.
Yeah, like this right here. No meter forced to off special, but the up strong does not hit there.
Yeah, that was some very good spacing by Jeff B, I guess. That is rough. That is rough.
Yep, there we go. Finally, Jeffy able to create an opening here, trying to get some damage going, but unfortunately lands into F-Strong, and that's going to be last stock situation for Jeff B here. Needs to play this carefully.
Yeah, he needs to be very careful around that. Soulspray only has 62% right now on him, but hey, no take there.
Nice.
Yeah, no take there. Soulspray was not prepared to take that. And now JP's got the full momentum right now. Ooh, and that catch with the up tilt as well.
I have to ask Dan about the hitbox on that move.
Definitely.
Nice angle on the special there, and able to convert it into an offstage F-Strong, and Jeff B actually able to turn things around.
Yeah, complete reversal from the beginning of the game. Very well played by Jeff B. Now putting getting the momentum on Team Socke's side.
Yeah, unfortunately, as far as the replays, the momentum is going to be killed because it sounds like the Game 2 replay was lost to an Alt F4 by one of the players, I'm assuming. Because if you Alt F4 out of the game, you're not going to be able to save that replay.
You're not saving replay, so yeah, I guess a little rage quit here. Unfortunate. I do not know what the score is then.
Yeah, we'll have to find out once we get into the next match.
Yeah, I mean, the question is, does production have the score, honestly, because I don't know.
I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to sleuth it out based on what the players do in the game.
It's going to be the guessing game. And we apologize for that.
And hey, there's only so much you can do when the players don't follow instructions.
Yeah, we're gonna move on to Kairos versus PK Master.
Yep, so once again, we are getting the early fishes here. I mean, it's difficult to go down there when Shovel Knight goes that deep to try and punish them for getting that fish like that.
So if you're not confident enough, you're just not gonna go down there, because it could mean death. Just very early stock because you missed your mark or something.
Absolutely.
So sometimes it's just better to let him take the free 500 than to try and punish him.
Yeah, just get them on their way back up, essentially. Yeah, and PK Master is just really going aggressive off the stage here, and it pays off, able to get the sweet spot of the up special.
Yeah, and just PK Master playing all on the stage. Like, doesn't really like the stage in this matchup, I feel like. Trying to always be out there fishing so far.
Does anybody really like playing neutral against Rano? Let's be honest here.
That is a good question. That is a good question.
Unable to pop out of the up strong there, so PK Master still keeping the stock alive really deep right now, but still able to make it back up.
Very deep here, indeed.
Nice movement in the bubble as well to avoid the follow-up there from Kyrus. But unfortunately not good enough to avoid the down tilt to up strong.
Yeah, I mean, it is a tough one, to be fair. It is a tough one to avoid.
And using that momentum mail to be tricky with their spacing. Just going down, it's like, well, I'm down here already, may as well get a fish.
Yeah, may as well get a fish, you know.
Just held that for the longest time.
Yeah, just catching that tongue here. That's why you don't stick your tongue wherever.
Exactly, you might end up in the dirt because of it.
And again, PK just putting down all the pressure he can right now. Being very aggressive overall.
Yep.
And it's working.
I mean, we see that damage racking up, but slowly but surely this damage is building up. I mean, fortunately they have the momentum mail to be able to survive a little bit longer, but against this relentless onslaught, how much longer is that going to be?
Yeah, and meanwhile PK just continuing to spam gear because, you know, fun gear.
Hold down the neutral, my son.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a good parry.
That was a very good parry. And we're down to the last stock here on both players.
PK Master really wanted that up special.
Here's a very tough situation, almost dies from that.
Still living here, has some more chances to create some openings. Getting a good amount of damage there. Already has PK Master over 60%, but still going to need a little bit more if they want to be able to take a stock here.
And they still need to work around the the fact that they got parried and then they're gonna get killed by the down strong.
Yeah, I mean, when you're at that percentage, it's just one mistake away, and unfortunately, as nice as Nair is with its lingering hitbox, it can be easy to parry sometimes, so you gotta be careful with how fast or how slow you're falling with it.
Ooh, and now we're gonna get Redek on the deck here, literally. We go back to Jules Vale with more Ori action again, 3500 for PK. And there was almost an SD here, like, he has no air dodge.
Yeah, so fortunately Redek was able to get some free percentage there from PK Master going off stage like that.
Yeah, like, just a lot of pressure on PK Master to being punished a little bit more for that fish here. It wasn't a free fish after all.
Yeah, so it is nice to see players starting to take advantage of PK Master going off stage and doing that.
Yeah, and right now we do have a little bit of a situation where PK was the wall for a little bit, but good off strong here, almost kills, not quite yet. Lots of poking happening right now, trying to find an opening, slowly but surely, and that up air, roll up air. PK just didn't DI that.
Yeah, so fortunately for Team Flame and Redek here, that's going to be the final stock for PK Master, so it's going to be even stock count going into this final set between these two teams.
Indeed, we're gonna go in with the even stock count, so very, very close match indeed.
Well, it looks like we are going to be still getting another Shovel Knight up here in Vaporeon. Vaporeon. Yeah, that makes more sense for pronunciation.
I mean, we're not allowed to say Vaporeon because of copyright reasons. But anyways.
Yeah, I mean, Vaporon just taking a lot of damage here, just trying to get back onto the stage here. Redux doing a good job just controlling that ground for a while.
Yeah, and just Redux just being all over Vaporon right now. It seems like it's really tough for Vaporon to just get in, and instead it's Redux managing to get in again and again, going for a little cheeky bash here, but not gonna land.
Yeah, and I mean, Shovel Knight's weight definitely does help out a little bit in this match, but still having to contend with that speed doesn't make it easy to find the openings you want.
Well, I also feel like the stage might help a little bit, because the follow-ups are a little bit harder in terms of air follow-ups on Abyss.
Yeah, that is true. And on top of that, there's not really any safe spot for Shovel Knight to mix up the recovery either, because you're forced to land on the ground every time with that special, so it can make it easy for your opponent to get the parries on it.
Yeah, and here's the rock. That's gonna be it.
Hits him right up into a double hit on that one.
Yeah, just gets the double hit in order to secure the kill. And now Vaporon, oh my god!
What? Holy cow,
Going
and now
out
with
there.
the
Yeah, it's a mental mail before getting killed, but my god! Vaporon went deep for that one.
Yeah, that was a sub 70% stock right there, and that is huge to be able to get that kind of a lead, so this is going to be a real difficult spot for Redux right now, being able to try and bring this back. I mean, you still have a slight percent lead, but there's still another stock after this one.
Yeah, to be fair, the momentum getting the momentum mail just meant the momentum shifted.
Absolutely, and this matchup I feel like does get so much easier for Shovel Knight when you're able to keep up with that speed, because now the wave dashing for Shovel Knight is able to keep up the pace, so it makes it harder for Redux to be able to get the spacing on Shovel Knight as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be much more tricky for sure, much trickier. But now look at that! Look at how Vaporon is managing to get in now. Completely different from the beginning of that game. So I catch Redux on the way back up, but not gonna be able to land the follow-up just yet.
Yep. I mean, Redux just doing everything they can to try and close out the stock before they take any more damage or worse, lose a stock, but I mean, they at least have stage control right now, but it's difficult to keep Vaporon pinned down here.
It is very tough. It is looking definitely very tough. Ooh, and a good tech from Vaporon as well. And the upper in order to take it. 102% on Redux. It should be dead like 14 times. We've got the horn on deck.
Yeah,
Vaporon
this
realizing...
is a lethal item against Ori, because while Ori can cling onto the side of the stage, that hunting horn will just hit them away from the stage, but it doesn't matter when you're getting hit by the F-Strongs. And that is going to do it. Team Socke going to be moving forward here. Vaporon able to hold things down at the end of the day. Only one stock left. That is now our closest set that we've seen today.
Yeah, I believe that is one of the closest we've seen today. To be fair, the horn was a good call, just because there was so much damage on Redux that there was no need to actually hold the neutral with the gear.
Yeah, it was just a matter of finding that kill